Alright everybody, the Gamescom trailer for Dragon Ball FighterZ is out, and it is a freaking doozy here. Since the last gameplay trailer, we've had a grand total of 6 new characters announced. So this trailer had a lot of work to do, and I do think it did a pretty good job at covering all of that ground. So let's not waste any more time, let's get right into it. Oh my god, the comparison videos though, they're gonna take forever. So much work, but it's okay. I'm up to it. They'll all be up in the next week. Okay, maybe 2 weeks. I don't need sleep. Who needs sleep? Anyways, let's get into this video. So I'm just gonna go through the trailer from start to finish, point out anything that's interesting that I notice. Cool? Okay, cool. So pretty early in the trailer, there's one shot that looks like Goku's intro that we've seen since the very beginning of when this game was first announced. But now it looks like this time his teammates are in the background with him. So that's an interesting change to the game, if that is a universal change to the game. However, at the same time, Goku always had one of the most boring and non-dynamic intros in the game. He's just kind of standing there and he just transforms into a Super Saiyan. It's not cinematic or anything. For someone like Gohan, let's say, I don't think you'd be able to see your teammates in the background, just considering the way the camera zooms in on the character, for example. So I wonder if this is a universal change or just a thing for Goku. If Goku's your first character that you select, your teammates will pop up in the background, or maybe they just did this for the trailer because it looked cool and it's not in the game. I really don't know, I'm just guessing, but it looks pretty cool. It definitely looks cooler than before when Goku was just there by himself, kind of turning into a Super Saiyan, and it was pretty boring. Oh yes, and here's the Piccolo intro. Man, it looks good.
Get over here!
And right there, that looked like a little baby solar flare into a Destructo disc for Krillin. That's pretty cool if the solar flare, it looked like a little baby solar flare. It wasn't a huge, crazy solar flare or anything, but it was just a little one. And it looks like it stuns your opponent in place and allows for an easy combo into a super move, which is pretty awesome. And then there's your Makanko Sappo. I kind of wish, this is my dream here, that there was a special beam cannon for Piccolo, and anytime you connect, for every character, they should have their own unique hole in the stomach animation, where they just keel over with a giant bloody hole in their stomach. But I don't think we're going to be able to get that in a T-rated game. Oh well. Aww. And here's Krillin's awesome super where he grabs a handful of balls and throws them at his opponent. I always thought that looked great. And speaking of looking great, we have 18's intro and 16's intro. Now here we go. This is some big news here. Actually, I'd say it's probably the most disappointing part of this video. We see here Android 18 is specifically given a title card that reads Android 18 with Android 17. So that's pretty definitive right there, unfortunately, that I don't think we're going to be seeing 17 as a separate playable character. Damn. I was really hoping that maybe we'd get 17 as DLC sometime down the road, but with this, it's seeming less and less probable. As we can see here for 18's gameplay, it's hard to tell exactly how 17 interacts with the character. At first, I thought 17's role was just through one of 18's super moves, and he would just kind of jump in for the intro and there'd be a cinematic and he'd be in it. But instead, if we look at this, he kind of looks more like an Ice Climber style of character, like the team-up dynamic between the two, where both 17 and 18 kind of mess you up at the same time, and they're both using the same kind of animations and such. But it looks great. I love how the character just looks right now. Another thing I noticed about 17 and 18 specifically is it looks like the two of them are taking a lot of influence from the future 17 and 18, more so than the present 17 and 18 that we all know. And I'm going to explain what I mean by that. The 17 and 18 that we know aren't really super violent or bloodthirsty. They are a little bit, obviously, but they were more laid back and kind of willing to like drive around in the countryside instead of wreak havoc, you know? But the future 17 and 18 that we saw in the History of Trunks special were also laid back, but they were like super violent when they were laid back. They'd kind of just like fly around all casually and like shoot ki blasts into the city and just, you know, slaughter people. So as we could see in this super animation, the two androids just go ham on an opponent and finish with the Android 18 maximum swag upside down ki blast. So I definitely love it. 16, on the other hand, looks like a grapple-based character, like Hagar or Zangief from like other Capcom fighting games. I'm really happy with how varied the character moveset seems so far, and it gives me hope that the characters won't just be clones of one another, they're gonna have distinct play styles. And I really hope characters like Super Saiyan Blue, Goku, and Vegeta aren't just clones of regular Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta. As we look closely again, it also seems pretty clear that 17 is like straight up using the same exact animations as 18, which makes sense, but again, it also just makes me wish that they could use that model for a completely separate character, which would be 17. Personally, I'm still gonna hold out hope that Super 17 will be playable as DLC. Wait, no, not that Super 17. God, no. This Super 17. The 17 from Super. That's what I meant. And of course, we see 16's super animation in action with the cannons. I love this. I want to slow down on this. This is 18's ruthless ass grab. Oh my god. This is a savage grab. Look at that face. It's so perfect because, like, I just see this and it just reminds me of that episode against Vegeta where she's just like murdering that fool. So that's what I like to see. This is not Mommy 18 from Dragon Ball Super. This is OG 18. And as we can see here, it looks like 16 has an explosion super that requires you to grab the opponent, which makes a lot of sense because that might be the most memorable part of 16's entire existence, when he tried to grab Cell and explode. It didn't work out, but it looks like in the game, he still has that bomb in his heart or whatever, his bomb in his stomach thing. He'll blow you up. Okay, now here we see Piccolo doing his Hell Zone grenade, while 17 has the shield out, but 18 doesn't have the shield out. So see, this is what's kind of confusing me here. I don't really quite understand how 17 works. 17's doing something different from 18. They're clearly not in a super cinematic here, so it's pretty confusing just from watching this trailer, but it's also awesome because those two teaming up together is a cool dynamic for sure. I just hope it doesn't mean that 17 won't be playable at a later time. And then, to be even more confusing, here's an animation of husband and wife. But we just saw this exact animation for 17 and 18, as you could see. So why is Krillin in 18's spot here? Well, I actually read a tweet that if you're on the same team together, you put Krillin and 18 on the same team, there will actually be a special intro where Krillin replaces 17, which is adorable. But I wonder if there's any other team-specific intros, you know, where if you have a certain makeup of a team, they'll do a special intro. Like that, again, that's attention to detail in this game that I love. That they're going the extra mile to put these little, like, Easter egg, fan servicey things in there. It's great. Now, the trailer ends off with a tease of this new story mode. And the first thing we see is an evil Goku. Because that has never been done before. Come on, guys. It could be a little more creative than that, no? I'm still looking forward to it though, because apparently it has a big focus on Android 16, which is fascinating. It's just a weird choice to go with 16 as like a star of the story mode. So we'll see what happens. But there's some more interesting, crazy stuff in this trailer. Okay, Dead Krillin is not all that interesting or crazy, but look at this. It's Bulma. So this shot of Bulma really stands out because we have yet to see any non-playable characters with a full model in the game. And considering how difficult it is for Arc System Works to create a new model and make it look good in this engine, at this point I pretty strongly believe that Bulma is actually going to be a playable character in this game. I'm sure you've read this fan theory in the past, but in case you haven't, there's a pretty popular theory going around that if Bulma's a playable character, she'll kind of be like a trap-based character that takes advantage of capsules. You know, she'll throw capsules as projectiles, maybe she'll jump into a mech, you know, and she'll shoot beams through a vehicle or a mech or what have you. You know, there's so much use of capsules and like creations by Capsule Corporation in the entire Dragon Ball series, and Bulma could just be a manifestation of that as a playable character. So seeing this model in this trailer, I think that was like a giant tease on their part. I think Bulma's going to be playable, and that's going to be great for sure. Here's another super interesting development. We see 18 here in her new Dragon Ball Super outfit. So could this be confirmation of alternate costumes in the game? Because I certainly hope so. I know I'd be willing to pay all of my money to play as Super Saiyan 2 Gohan wearing the orange gi from Movie 9. Look at this. This is the GOAT. This is the GOAT look. Look at this badass. Aw, everybody's dead and then Boo's just sleeping. Because Boo sleeps. And as we come to the end here, we have a month for release. February 2018. Which is beautiful. That's coming up pretty soon, guys. Evo main stage. Here we come. Yes. Now the trailer comes to an end a little bit oddly. It says pre-order now to get an early unlock of Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. I'm hoping someone at Bandai Namco can clarify here, because that doesn't sound like the same wording as like pre-order exclusive DLC. Maybe these characters are unlockable in the game, and pre-ordering allows you to unlock them instantly? Like, I'm not really sure. But what's even more weird is the fact that we didn't see these two characters in motion in this trailer. Even though we know from the V-Jump scan that they're not just palette swaps of Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta, like they're completely different characters that play differently and have different supers. I know there was a lot to take in with this trailer, but I do hope we get to see these two in action soon, because I'm curious how they differentiate the two from the standard Goku and Vegeta that we've already seen in action. And there's that collector's edition. Oh my god, take my money. I'm throwing my money at the screen right now. I'm throwing my money. Take it all. Just take it. Oh man, okay, that was more than I expected for a 2-minute video, but Bandai Namco jam-packs these trailers with content, so I guess it's not too surprising that this video ended up this long. I haven't even started to talk about the gameplay videos that are out there right now, which tells us even more about these newly announced characters and how they play and all the different cinematics for their supers, which I'm gonna have a lot of work to do, but anyways, since there's so much footage out there of the Gamescom demo and like various tweets and impressions of the game, I'm going to stop this video here and really dive into the nitty-gritty of the gameplay next time. Of course, I have all those comparison videos to the anime in the works for 16, 18, Krillin, Piccolo, and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta and Goku, if we get footage of those two. So please look forward to those. I'll be getting those done as soon as I can. I hope to have them done within the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, hopefully. The closed beta registration is also open for fighters, so check out the link I put in the description, sign up, and hope for the best, because I don't know how many people they're going to let in and what the criteria is exactly. It seems like it's just completely random. I registered, hopefully I'll get in. If I could get in, I'll definitely have a bunch of content for my channel here. If I don't get in, I'll be really sad. So that's about all for today, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Let me know what you thought about the trailer in the comments. And I'll be back soon with more cool Dragon Ball stuff. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.